What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wall Street PR. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be going over another very interesting stock, another very interesting company, and that company is NeuroOne Medical Technologies Corporation. Their ticker symbol, as seen in this top left of your screen, is NMTC. You can see they're currently trading at $2.23, and they did see a nice bounce off of this previous low of $1.70 per share. You can see they are going to be down from this all-time high of about $13.15 or 50 cents, excuse me, but they are clearly trending upwards and they are in an uptrend. I'll be getting back into the chart analysis in just a minute, but for those who don't know, NeuroOne Medical Technologies, they do have tons of different technology and brain monitoring technologies that they do run. You can see some recent news that came out today. This actually came out at 10:58 a.m. Eastern Central Time. You can see NeuroOne posted data from initial long-term testing of thin film electrode technology. You can see they were trading higher in pre-market, which they were up 11.4% at the time this article was published, after announcing that the company successfully concluded initial preclinical testing designed to access the long-term recording capabilities of its platform thin film electrode technology. You can see they're advancing the minimally invasive thin film electrodes to help the diagnosis and treatment of multiple neurological indications. Obviously, the work they're doing is very important. A lot of people need what they're doing. Their services are very helpful, especially when you're dealing with something as complicated as the brain. And as you can see over here, another thing, some recent news. This came out December 15th of 2021. This is their fourth quarter financial earnings results, and they did give their kind of future guidance and some corporate updates as well. If we take a look down here at some of the recent news, you can see the product revenue was $48,000 in the fourth quarter of 2021 and $178,000 for the full year, compared to no product revenue in the year prior periods. Collaboration revenue was $5,000 in the fourth quarter and $65,000 for the full year, compared to revenue of $1.9 million in the fourth quarter and full year of 2020. And collaboration revenue for the 2020 period was derived from the Zimmer development agreement and represented the portion of the upfront initial development fee payment eligible for revenue recognition as of September 30th of 2020. And their total operating expenses in the fourth quarter of 2021 were just $2.6 million, compared with $2 million in the same period for the previous year. And then lastly, I do want to touch on this and highlight this part right here. The company, not that whole thing, the company had no debt outstanding at September 30th of 2021, and we can assume that is still the case. And that's a very important part of being an investor, guys, is if you really want to take a look at the balance sheet, you want to see what's going on, and you don't really want to see a company, especially a smaller company, have a lot of debt. So this right here is very good news if you are an investor in NeuroOne. If we take a look back over here and close things out on the chart, you can see these E's on this chart are their last earnings report. So you can see if I zoom in recently, they did kind of sell off on their last earnings report, but they are uptrending after the most recent news that I did touch on at the start of this video. You can see a nice healthy bounce off of $1.70, and they are in a clear and steady uptrend at the moment at $2.27 per share. This whole pullback, this whole gap down, you can see over here on the left hand side of the screen, wasn't necessarily anything to do with NMTC in particular. The entire market as a whole, especially growth stocks, especially some of these smaller companies, have been absolutely hammered these past few months, where the market has been kind of bleeding out and beating down some of these stocks. So it's nice to see them begin a little bit of a recovery off of this low of $1.70 per share. You can see the RSI is indicating they're slightly high up here at 61.99, nearing that overbought territory, which does begin at about 70. And then down here on this MACD indicator, it's indicating that the momentum is still in favor of the buyers compared to the sellers. So there is potentially some more upside to come. Personally, guys, if you're going to be a buyer, I would be a long-term buyer. They are at a pretty severe discount at this price of $2.27. Sure, they could fluctuate in the short term because they did just see a pretty high percentage bounce, I should say. But overall, if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, they are down substantially from previous all-time highs. If you want to do your own research, you could buy in at this price. And my first long-term price target is going to be $4.30 per share. That's a pretty pivotal level they had in the past. And if things go well, if things keep trending upwards like I do believe they are, I do think that this price target will be achieved in a matter of a few months to maybe a year. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, do your own research before investing, and only invest what you can afford to lose. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please do subscribe to my channel. And with that said, guys, I will see you all in the next one.